Life was a mess. I hated my job. My relationships were strained. I felt lost, like I was drowning in a sea of my own negativity. Every day was a struggle. Getting out of bed felt impossible. I was stuck in a rut and I didn't know how to escape. One morning, I woke up feeling particularly defeated. I looked in the mirror and barely recognized the person staring back at me. Where had the spark gone? The ambition, the joy? I had become a shadow of my former self. That day, I hit rock bottom. I realized I couldn't keep living like this. I needed to change, but I didn't know where to start. It felt like an impossible task. I was lost in a maze of self-pity and despair. The thought of reaching out for help terrified me. I felt ashamed, like I was the only one who couldn't get their life together. So I retreated further into myself, isolating myself from the world and the people who cared about me. The worst part was the constant negativity. It was like a dark cloud following me everywhere I went. I doubted myself at every turn. Fear held me back from taking risks. And anger, a simmering rage at the world and myself, poisoned everything. I was trapped in a cycle of self-sabotage. I'd set goals, then convince myself I wasn't good enough to achieve them. The negative self-talk was relentless. You're a failure. You'll never amount to anything. What's the point of even trying? This negativity spilled over into my relationships. I pushed people away, convinced I was too broken to be loved. I became withdrawn and isolated, further deepening my sense of despair. Looking back, I can see how these negative emotions were holding me back. They were like chains binding me to a life of unhappiness. I knew I had to break free, but I didn't know how. I remember the exact moment things began to shift. It was a Wednesday. Rain hammered against my window, mirroring the storm raging inside me. I was curled up on the couch, feeling utterly hopeless. Then I stumbled upon a quote online. The only way out is through. Something about those words resonated deep within me. It was a simple message, yet it felt profound. I realized that running from my problems wouldn't make them disappear. I had to face them head on. That quote became my mantra. I wrote it down and stuck it on my bathroom mirror. It was a daily reminder that I had the power to change my life. It wouldn't be easy, but it would be worth it. That night, for the first time in months, I felt a flicker of hope. It was small, like a candle flame in the darkness, but it was there, and I clung to it with everything I had. The first step was the hardest. It was acknowledging that I needed help. I finally confided in a close friend, sharing my struggles and fears. Just saying the words out loud lifted a huge weight off my shoulders. I started small. I committed to going for a walk every morning, even if it was just around the block. I began journaling my thoughts and feelings, which helped me process my emotions and identify negative patterns. I also made a conscious effort to surround myself with positive influences. I unfollowed negative accounts on social media and started following inspiring ones. I listened to uplifting podcasts and read books about personal growth. If you're on a similar journey, share your story in the comments below. Let's support each other. Remember, every small step counts. Keep moving forward.